It's honestly very interesting to me when people always say that Dokkan is running out of ideas, that Dokkan doesn't really have much to pull from anymore when it comes to the anime and stuff. And if we just ignore for the fact that we're getting like custom units out, like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta from the 8th anniversary, I don't think that was an actual scene in the Majin Buu arc. And same thing with Super Saiyan 4 Goku in this Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and this Goku. So if we just ignore the custom things Dokkan is doing, there is so much that we can still get from moments in the anime. Now in this video specifically, I want to go through every single moment from Dragon Ball Z, so from the Saiyan saga all the way to the Majin Buu saga. Every single moment that we can easily get an LR for, or maybe even a Dokkan Festival for. Some moments that I definitely feel have been disrespected, compared to, I don't know, like Babidi, for example, having 3 LRs already, but some of these characters not having any moments to shine, which honestly is just a little crazy to me. Now, I will not be doing the OG Dragon Ball Saga. You guys can let me know if you think there's any characters we can get from there. I have not watched this in so long that I don't really remember too much from this. Even if I were to try and do a video about this, I really wouldn't be doing it justice. But what I will do is, again, this video is focusing strictly on Dragon Ball Z. So Saiyan Saga to Majin Buu Saga. I can do a separate GT video, like a GT edition of this style of video, and I can also do a Dragon Ball Super style of this type of video. So if you'd like to see those, please let me know in the comments section below. If I miss anything in this video, or if there's anything that you think could definitely be a moment, because again, this is just my opinion at the end of the day, again, please let me know. No subscriber challenge today, but if you do want to support our journey to, which literally I'm not kidding, 1 trillion subs before the end of the year, then consider subscribing. We can only get there with your help. No subscriber challenge today again. But let's just hop into this. Thank you for your support nonetheless. So let's start off with the Saiyan saga. Okay, now the Saiyan saga, low-key, I think is pretty well fleshed out. We have the new Dokkan Festival Yamcha. We finally have a Yajirobe card. The recent 7-year LRs with Kaioken Goku and Grade 8 Vegeta, LR Vegeta Nappa. We definitely have a lot, and even the free-to-play Gohan, right? The free-to-play Prime Battle Gohan. So definitely we're getting more love when it comes to this arc, but there's definitely more things that I would like to see. And the first one is going to be an LR Raditz, maybe like a part 2 LR Raditz. I don't really know how it would work, but I would love to see like this scene in the game specifically, of Raditz taking Gohan. Definitely a nostalgic moment. And then, Raditz fighting both Goku and Piccolo, obviously from the Saiyan saga during that actual fight. Now, when it comes to Raditz, I think it would be really cool if he was tailored towards fighting 2 or more enemies, or just fighting, a pure Saiyan, or just super. I don't really know how they built him, and again, I know physical Raditz gets a lot of hate because of just how bad he is, but I really do genuinely think that an LR Raditz, like a legitimately good LR Raditz, would be a great addition to the category, and just especially from a moment like this, where I do think, again, with how Dokkan animations are today, I think seeing Raditz steal Gohan maybe as like an intro animation, or maybe even like a support memory even, right, could be really cool. Regardless, it's just crazy how Legends has this Raditz in the game, but Dokkan doesn't. So, and I would love the card art to be Raditz holding Gohan too. Anyways, as I already spoiled it, we have Vegeta, Nappa, and the Cybermen characters here. Now, personally, I would love just maybe Nappa and Cybermen, or just an LR Cybermen themselves. But an LR of all 3, I think, would be really cool. Now, I know that Cybermen are definitely just meme characters at this point, but I feel like if you were watching this, I wasn't watching the Saiyan Saga when it first aired, obviously, but when it was first airing, or even if you go back and watch it, like, you definitely feel the power of these Cybermen, right? And I feel like they can definitely do this moment, or this unit, or this potential LR justice, and making these Cybermen extremely powerful. I would definitely love to see it, and would definitely buff the extreme class side of Saiyan Saga, because Saiyan Saga is definitely good, but the extreme class side is definitely lacking. So I would definitely, love a unit like, let me go ahead and just delete these here. So I love a unit like this. Next on my list is a Chaozu. Now, I have the Chaozu here. I know that this unit exists, the LR Tien and Chaozu. Maybe we can get another Tien and Chaozu where we have like a switch type, or maybe just a Tien first, and then he switches into Chaozu, and it could be maybe like a stand. I don't really know how it would work if it was a standby skill, but maybe Chaozu has two different alternatives if you obtain enough ki, or let's say you take enough damage, Chaozu like one-shot the enemy, right? Like a really powerful one-shot ability. Or if you don't take enough damage, then Chaozu will just do, like the gauge for the standby would work. Instead of obtaining ki, it would work by how much damage you take. And again, if you take a lot of damage, like let's say you're under 50%, 40% HP, he will just one-shot the enemy. Doesn't matter who the enemy is. And if you don't take enough damage, let's say you're above 50% HP or above 60% HP, then he'll just do ultimate damage, guaranteed crit, but not guaranteed to actually one-shot. And I think that giving a one-shot ability to a Tien and like a Chaozu is definitely okay, and just giving more respect to this arc. And I would love that unit to be tech, by the way, because seeing no tech LR for Saiyan Saga is kind of crazy. And I'm talking about like a super class LR tech unit, because I obviously see this Vegeta right here. Anyways, moving on, I actually would love to see the Goku and or Krillin Spirit Bomb moment. Maybe it's a Goku and Krillin LR. Goku just goes down and Krillin now wields that power. I don't really know how this would work, but again, I would really love to see this moment in like represented in, of course, Dokkan. And then we have this. Now there's 3 units you can make from this, and I know that this Goku already exists, but again, I think that it's criminal how we don't have a base form Goku that goes into all these Kaioken multipliers from the Saiyan Saga. So we can definitely get that easily as like a Dokkan festival. We do not have a LR Gallic Gun Vegeta, which again definitely needs to be a thing for the Saiyan Saga. I think we can all agree there. And my last idea here in terms of a unit, I think would be, I think many people have been asking for this, especially me for a long time now, but a Clash unit. Imagine an LR of Gallic Gun Vegeta. The LR was, Kaioken Goku versus Gallic Gun Vegeta. That was the LR. And in the LR, this animation played right here. And that blast you just saw, that's what does damage to the enemy. So every single time, it's almost like your LR is the fight. Your LR, when the animation plays, you are seeing Goku and Vegeta fight. And the result of that fight, like the result of the clash, this little, what do you call this? Like little, this explosion thing right there, that's what ends up causing damage to the enemy. Of course, if you do like a 12 key super attack, maybe the blast area isn't that large, but if it is, like let's say it's an 18 key, you end up launching, what would be really cool? What if it was like a 12 key Kaioken Goku, right, versus Gallic and Vegeta? That's a 12 key super attack, and then like the 18 key super attack could be Kaioken Goku times 3, which will obviously create like a bigger blast radius and then do extra damage to the enemy. So I think that would be really, really cool as something like this. Again, transforming Kaioken Goku, LR Gallic and Vegeta, and like a Clash character where, again, it's just 2 characters in the card itself fighting, and the blast, the effect of the fight is what does damage to the enemy. Let me know what you guys think about that. Now, I don't really think I'm missing anything else. Again, LR Goku and Piccolo still fairly recent, so I love how they gave character to that. I love how Yajirobe has a character now. So again, Yajirobe is also really, really, really good. Yamcha has some love here too, so it's only a matter of time until we actually get some more representation for some more of these characters. Anyways, moving on, we now have the Frieza saga. And again, or not Frieza saga, the Namek saga, same difference, right? Now again, with this category, we're technically getting a lot of buffs, especially recently. Technically, LR Namek Goku is, again, technically a recent buff. The EZA for full power Frieza here, Gohan and Krillin, full power Frieza, I think I just mentioned. No, I didn't. We have Ginyu and the Ginyu supports and stuff like that, the EZAs for you. So it's like this category is definitely getting some love and representation, but again, I do think that we need some better moments. Now, my first moment here, I don't know, is it my first one? It is. So I had this Dirty Fireworks Vegeta. I actually forgot that this int one existed. I do believe this is the Dirty Fireworks Vegeta. I think it is, even though it's not, doesn't like his fingers aren't doing the same thing, so maybe it's not. but it kind of looks like it. But let's just say it's not. I would love Legends has an Ultra Dirty Fireworks Vegeta. I would love maybe like a free-to-play LR, you know, Dirty Fireworks Vegeta, which would actually be really interesting because if you go back to, actually no, never mind, no, yeah, we need this for sure. I'd love this as a Prime Battle LR. I would definitely like that. Moving on, I do think that we need a Piccolo in the game. Now this Piccolo right here, right? This Piccolo, I don't like how his name is just Piccolo because he has, you know, the Piccolo who absorbs Nail in this card, which is definitely cool, right? Whatever, cool. But I would love either a Dokkan Festival or whatever of the name being Piccolo Nail absorbed, or Piccolo whatever you want to call the card. I need it to be Piccolo something else. That way we can have yet another option, another Piccolo in the game that we can run with other Piccolos in the game. Like imagine running, you know, this Piccolo Nail absorbed with the you know, cooler movie support Piccolo, and then like LR Piccolo, LR Ultimate Piccolo, right? It's like all of a sudden you start having a lot of different Piccolos that can actually, like a full Piccolo team that can actually link together. I would absolutely love that. And again, maybe just like maybe the intro is like, I don't know, Piccolo, you know, absorbing Nail. I just want the name to be Piccolo Nail absorbed or whatever. That way, again, it's just a new Piccolo that we can actually use with other Piccolos that ends up being extremely, extremely powerful because we know how strong Piccolo was after he did absorb Nail. So that's definitely another option there. And then we have this Goku. Now this Goku is a very interesting thing because there's many things they can do, right? They can give us like an LR, you know, Namek Saga, Namek Saga Z fighters where we have like Vegeta, Gohan. I don't know if you really want to call Vegeta Z fighter at this point, but you get the point, right? Vegeta, you know, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, all of them as like an LR. And then that's like the LR itself, right? And then like they're standing, or you know, this character could be like a turn one standby character, just turn one, and you have to, you know, I guess regen a certain amount of HP. If you regen, let's say 50, let's say you regen a total of 30% HP, Goku bursts out of this tank, and he's just a base form Goku who ends up being really, really powerful, right? But if you regen like a higher amount of HP, then he can burst out and he goes Super Saiyan immediately. That could be a really like. So again, it's a turn one standby character where you have all the other Z fighters just defending you, right? Let's say he's guarding, 50% damage reduction, 200% defense. I don't really know. He can't attack though, obviously, because Goku's healing, right? And then depending on how much HP you actually not absorb, but how much HP you end up regenerating throughout the you know, the 5, 6, 7 turns, whatever, Goku pops out. And again, he's either just, you know, a base form Goku who's actually really powerful, or a Super Saiyan Goku who's just annihilating absolutely everything. I would absolutely love that. Let me know what you guys think. But I do think that having a Goku in the pod, or in, you know, in the healing tank, could be really, really cool. I would love to see those animations in the game, especially Goku breaking out of that, or Goku, you know, coming out of the ship, or maybe even again just a support memory where we have like a Namek Saga category, or Namek, what's the yeah, Planet Namek Saga, there you go. Planet Namek Saga category allies, you know, 2 key and 20% attack for the next 5 turns, or whatever it is. Or just maybe it's like an extra defensive support for the character too. I don't really know. Anyways, moving on. I do have this moment right here, of course, the Planet Namek Saga Spirit Bomb that Goku did. And then last but not least, so this is last but not least, we do have the full power Frieza transformation. It's actually crazy to me how we have a full power Frieza here, we have a full power Frieza here, and we have the physical full power Frieza here as well, but not a single, you know, transforming full power Frieza. So I definitely think that getting a final form Frieza that goes into full power Frieza could be really, really, really cool. I would love to see that, you know, actually being represented here in the game. So let me know what you guys think. That is basically it for the Namek Saga though. Let's move on to the Cell Saga, and this is where I think things start to get a little bit interesting, because when it comes to the Cell Saga, this category has been getting a lot of buffs recently. I know it's not on global, but Gohan and Cell have their EZAs now. Cell is very, very technically still pretty recent. We do also have the Goku and Gohan LR. We have the kind of recent Android ZZA, not really recent, but kind of recent Android ZZA, right? We also have I mean, Vegeta and Trunks aren't really from the Cell Saga, but you get the point, right? And then we also have the STR Goku and Gohan character too. So, and you know, this Goku, like this is definitely a category that's getting love over time, and I definitely love to see it. But there's still some moments that we definitely need to see to make this, you know, a completed category, in my opinion. Let's move into it. So we have first Yarjak Goku. Now I know Yarjak Goku is, you know, a free-to-play unit. He's very, very good actually. But this scene here, I think, could be really, really cool as like a melee super attack just counter, right? Like imagine Goku countering like Cell Max with just a freaking finger. That would be so sick. Are you kidding me? As animations, are you like Goku going Super Saiyan just countering everything? Like he's like, you know, a guaranteed melee super attack counter. Could definitely be really, really cool. So I would love to see a LR, maybe a free to play. I don't really know what it would be. Dokkan Fest, LR, Yarjak Goku. I think could be really, really, really cool. I would love to see it. Let me know what you guys think. Moving on to this. So a 17 that was fighting Piccolo. I pull up this animation here, but I actually really want a melee countering 17 during this scene right here, right? So Piccolo grabs his forehead, attempts to throw 17 down, and then 17 actually just, you know, grabs Piccolo's arm and slams Piccolo into the ground. So this could be a really nice, you know, counter mechanic, or some type of, maybe it could be nullification or a counter, right? I don't know how it would work, but a 17 who fought Piccolo could be really, really cool. We already have, you know, the Piccolo that fought 17, so maybe that Piccolo gets like a, you know, a Dokkan Fest, sorry, an EZA, the physical Piccolo, right, who gets an EZA. But, you know, regardless, I do think this could be a really, really nice unit to actually introduce. Next, we have this. Now, again, this scene here can portray two different characters. I would personally imagine Dokkan gave us two free-to-play LRs, right? One maybe from SBR, or one maybe from Prime Battle, another one from the friend summons, right? Or it could just be two different story events that give us two different LRs after you awaken them, and, you know, part 1, part 2, part 3 the celebration goes by. I don't really know how it would work, but one LR would be the Cell Juniors, and the other LRs would be the Z Fighters defending themselves against the Cell Juniors, right? And the Cell Juniors LR could be a character who is like designed for SBR, ESBR, or designed to fight multiple enemies. They get stronger the more, like considerably stronger, the more enemies you're fighting. And same thing with the Z. These Z Fighters and these Cell Juniors are literally built to destroy any SBR stage you bring them in, because of, again, how, or not destroy, but have a lot of advantage, right? And maybe we can start getting more events where we're fighting more than just one character. So maybe like a legendary event, for example, where instead of just fighting like one stage of Goku, then another form of Goku, it can be two different characters. Maybe a Goku to Vegeta legendary event, right? And that's where these units can really start to shine, where we can have longer events, but again, having these units who are actually just, again, stronger against multiple enemies instead of just one enemy. I would love to see a Z Fighters card who fought against Cell Juniors, and then a Cell Juniors LR who fought against the Z Fighters and basically clapped them all. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let's move on here. Now, again, this scene, with how clean the Ultimate Gohan transformation scene was with the active skill, I think they can definitely redo this as like a turn 1 transformation. I don't really know how it would work, but having a Super Saiyan Gohan, or just go straight into just a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I think is definitely needed. If you take a look at this category here, we have in Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who's definitely aged, like, come on now, even with the ZZA. And then we have just the Super Saiyan Gohan here. So maybe just a standalone, you know, STR or physical, or tech even, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan who just comes out. Maybe this animation plays immediately, and boom, Super Saiyan 2 is what he becomes. And then, of course, so as a counter of that, we just have Perfect Cell here. Perfect Cell, I think, is definitely needed here. We don't really have an LR Perfect Cell. We have this transforming Cell, and then Cell and Cell Juniors, but not an actual, you know, perfect Cell in terms of an LR. So definitely something that we really, really need. And then last but not least here, is it last but not least? Yes, it is. Last but not least, we do have the Bye Guys Goku. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory how bad we need a Bye Guys Goku. Again, this could work as like not a revival. It could be a revival, more of like a savior mechanic, where, let's say, for example, you know, Goku, I don't really know how it would work, But let's say you were about to take a super attack that was definitely going to kill you. Goku would come in and maybe, I don't even know if he'll work like that, because Goku isn't really countering a super attack. He's just taking the enemy away. So maybe it's like a standby skill. Listen, we love standby skills, so we're applying that name to everything now. But a Goku who just teleports the enemy away for a little bit, allows you to regain HP, maybe allows you to just end the turn immediately. I don't really know how it would work, but this could be a really nice concept unit in the game. I would absolutely love to see it. I don't know how it would work. I don't know what he would do, but I would love to see it. Let me know if you have any ideas of what Bad Guys Goku would actually do in the game. But let's actually move on from the Cell Saga now. And before I actually go into the, you know, the Majin Buu Saga, I do actually have to mention something with this legendary Super Saiyan Broly movie. And I know, listen, I'm a big Broly fan. You guys know how this works. And out of all the movies, I mean, that's actually not true. Not out of all of the movies, but since this is still technically Dragon Ball Z, as you can see from the title there, there are some things I really want from this movie, and I'm talking about the, because look, dude, there's just, unfortunately, if I go to, let's go to categories here, right? Let's go to categories. Let's see, categories. Let's go to the movie bosses category, okay? The movie bosses category, as you will see, does not have a single LR Broly from the first movie. We have this Tech LR Broly from the second movie. I mean, he's literally in that this Super Saiyan state does not actually exist in the first movie. And this scene here is actually when Gohan tried to, you know, trick Broly into going to the lava, and then Broly came out, and that was obviously in the second movie. So we don't actually have an LR Broly from the first movie, which is pretty crazy if you were to ask me. So because of that, I would absolutely love if we got this scene right here. Bro, just a standalone base form Broly. He walks at, imagine this is the scene. Oh my god, Broly walking up, boom, transforms, not powers up, and then boom, into this transformation right here, the restricted Super Saiyan state. That would be absolutely sick. I would love this as an intro. Maybe it's a Broly and Paragus too. Actually, Broly and Paragus, I would love a Battlefield LR int Broly and Paragus. Could be pretty sick. But regardless, this Broly needs to exist. A space form Broly who goes immediately into the restricted Super Saiyan state here. This is the state that I'm talking about. And then he has this infamous transformation scene right here. The fact that this is not in the game, it is actually crazy to me. This needs to be in the game. And then boom, we have the legendary Super Saiyan Broly moment. Then I have this one right here, where, if you guys remember, Trunks and Vegeta and everyone, Piccolo, gave their power to Goku. This could maybe be a standalone, not standalone, a standby skill or a revival skill. A revival skill I actually think may actually work better. But again, I don't want another Super Saiyan Goku LR that we can't link with other Super Saiyan Goku, so I don't really know how it would work. But regardless, I need this Goku in the game. This Goku right here. If it's a standby skill, maybe it's like, depending on how much ki we obtain, either Goku gets a little power buff and then just, you know, fights again, maybe gets a little bit HP regen or whatever. But if he gets above a certain, or if we obtain above a certain amount of ki, then Goku can just, you know, have this burst animation right here and just one-shots the enemy. Again, I mentioned a few one-shots in this video. I think it's, for having a one-shot here and there that could be pretty difficult to obtain, is definitely okay, you know. But again, the fact that this Super Saiyan Goku isn't in the game is shocking to me, okay? I know people would go crazy, I think, for a Goku like this. And then, of course, Z Broly would be the other, you know, unit there that's actually, you know, like the counter, the dual Dokkan Festival counter to the Super Saiyan Goku. So let me know what you guys think about that. I just definitely had to mention that before we go into the Majin Buu Saga. I meant to delete all this, by the way. Anyways, here we go into the Majin Buu Saga. Now, again, this is a category that is getting a lot of love recently. Super Vegeta recently now has the ZZA S tier kid boost, technically kind of recent into Majin Vegeta. Another LR Babidi, crazy to me. Again, technically recent to the EZA for the Vegeta and Goku here. The Trio LR, the EZA for these boys. The new Z LR, obviously. There's a lot of units in the Majin Buu Saga category, but it's crazy because we still need things from this arc that actually happened in the anime. The first one being an Evil Buu. Now, it could just be a standalone Evil Buu, or an Evil Buu that transforms. It would actually be really cool if Evil Buu was a Dokkan Festival and he had no attack power, right? He was just really tanky, maybe 250% defense, you know, a little bit of guard, a little bit of something, I don't know, and he just ate a lot of candy, right? Let's say he turned the enemy into candy and he just ate them, and all he did was just regain a lot of HP. or maybe he starts getting buffed, or I don't really know how it would work, right? But I could see him being like a really tanky, a character who's just regenerating a lot of HP from every single time he eats, you know, the enemy from, you know, with the candy thing, right? And then he goes into Super Buu, and maybe depending on how much candy you've eaten, depends on how strong Super Buu is. So maybe the passive reads like, you know, attack and defense was 100% if 2 candies were eaten. I don't know. Again, I don't know how that would actually work, but I think it's pretty cool, right? 150% attack and defense and 3 ki if 3 chocolates were eaten or candies were eaten, you know, and then something to that effect. Again, it doesn't really have to be like that, but you got the point, right? Maybe the more candies you eat, the stronger Super Buu becomes. But again, Evil Buu being tanky, big healer, and then going into a really strong Super Buu, I think could be really, really sick. And as we already know, Super Buu brings on some other characters. Like, dude, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks not having an LR is absolutely just a sin, in my opinion. But so is Ultimate Gohan. Ultimate Gohan not having an LR is kind of crazy. Now, you know, fair enough. Tech Ultimate Gohan has carried the game for quite some time now on his back. So thank you, Goat. You can now rest. Give us this, please. Give us this moment right here. I would love an LR Gohan where the active skill is, you know, him saying what he said to Buu. So, and then we have obviously a Super Vegito character, a standalone LR Super Vegito. We just don't, that doesn't exist in the game, which is actually kind of crazy to me. So hopefully Dokkan decides to stop messing around and give us a standalone LR Super Vegito. And I would love if they incorporated this moment right into Dokkan, where we had like a big, or basically Super Vegito, you know, Buu absorb. Now this could be a transformation, or maybe like a, not transformation, but maybe like an extension of the standalone Vegito, Super Vegito, or this could be, you know, just a standalone character. I don't really know how it would work. I don't know what it would do. I don't know, but I just want this in the game. Maybe it's a Majin Buu Saga or fusion. Maybe, you know, support memories, support memories. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to see this in the game though. And then of course, last but not least, a LR Kid Buu. I had to end the video with an LR Kid Buu. This right here though could be a standby skill, 100%, right? Kid Buu, after a certain amount of whatever, goes into his standby thing where he just sleeps, and he's just maybe regenerating a lot of HP or whatever, and then maybe after the end of the standby phase, if you know, obtained a certain amount of ki, or if you did whatever, maybe you regain a certain amount of HP and a little bit of extra permanent damage. And if you regained a greater amount of HP or a greater amount of ki or whatever, you regained like maybe you completely filled up your health and gain extra permanent attack and defensive buff. Again, I don't know, but I would love an LR Kid Buu, especially with this animation in the game. So let me know what you guys think. We basically went through Saiyan Saga all the way to Majin Buu Saga. If you guys want like a GT version of this video, let me know. There's actually a lot of stuff we still need from GT, surprisingly. And then, of course, a Dragon Ball Super video where again, there's just so much we need from Dragon Ball Super as well. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and peace.